Because what I'm saying, our people are lame. They are weak. I am struggling to count how many men there are in Biafra land. There are no more men left. Weak, docile, and imbecilic. Weak. I don't know how we can take such people to war. I don't know how we can take men who are not men into battle and win. I am ashamed. Very, very ashamed. Nonetheless, we must preach this very gospel because man did not ask us to come. Chukwu Abiyama in heaven mandated that we should come. If not, that I was called to do this very work, I will not speak to any of you anymore. But Chukwu Abiyama said this very gospel must be preached, and we must preach it. I have prayed since yesterday up until now. My request is very simple. The same prayer I made in secret, I will make out here in the open. Chukwu Abiyama Biko, since it is your intention that your kingdom will be restored upon this very earth, I need men. I need men. I did not say boys. I said I need men. Those of them that you created to restore your kingdom, they should come forward now, not tomorrow, not next year. Chukwu Abiyama. You must bring them now. I did not say tomorrow. Because the insult is too much. It is beyond what any human being can endure. We want to go and get Biafra, or we die in the process, because we are better off dead than witness some of this nonsense going on. The level of insult is beyond what any decent human being can tolerate. They bring their cattle into our land. They desecrate our land. They kill us in the presence of our families and nobody does anything about it. And when the police attend, the police sit idly by as people are being killed by not a multitude of people. Only 4. Only 4 Awasa people can sack an entire village in Biafra land, and we call ourselves men. No, we are not men. Until we redeem our honor. Until we look at integrity and say, we must have a part of it. Until then, to be honest with you. This is Radio Biafra. Now is the time to come forward. I did not say tomorrow. Now, tonight, is the time to come forward. 100 of us, and then we march. 100 and we march. The rest can come later if they want to. I am tired of broadcasting. I want to fight for my country. I want to carry arms to defend the honor and integrity of my country. I want to avenge the death of 6 million people. I want Biafra to stand as a beacon of hope, freedom, and liberty in black world. I want Biafra to stand as a testament to the glory of heaven upon the face of this very earth. I want Biafra to stand because my obligation to the dead outweigh that which I owe to the living. That is why Biafra will stand, and Biafra will come. 100 men, that's all. And we march. The rest can come later on. I no longer give a damn. The disgrace and the insult is too much. We must go and meet our enemies even if we have only machete and hoes. It is far more better for us to go and meet them and die with a semblance of dignity than with this very humiliation which we encounter every blessed day. We must assemble as quickly as possible.
Good evening, good afternoon, or let me say good day to everyone. Today is the 11th day of of March 2023. And of course, today is Saturday, the last day of the week. We call it weekend. I want to appreciate you guys. I want to appreciate everyone. I want to appreciate you all. As we say, just like what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has just said on that broadcast that he made, his obligation to the dead outweighs that he owes to the living. And that is what we stand on. Our obligation to the dead, those who have died in Biafra struggle, those who have died in the cause of our freedom, those who have actually sacrificed and given their time, their lives, and all of that, outweighs that we owe to the living. And I know that is your mantra too. I want to appreciate you all. My name is Kelechi Ambrose, and this is Saturday. We are normally on Saturdays, we have the NUGGET conference where we discuss and interact. But today we will be having a special discussion. And of course, basically, it may not be a discussion, just I just want to send some information across or some messages across to you all. I know that you people have been hearing so many information here and there, lots of things said here and there, lots of issues for the past 4 weeks, until now. And until now, lots of, talk here, there, and all of that. And I have received several calls today, people calling, telling me so many things from early morning. As soon as my phone came on, I started receiving calls, and I've been on calls, almost through the day. And of course, the calls are people trying to know what is going on and why I am involved in everything going on and what is going on. And of course, why this, why that, why the think tank, the this and the that, and the suspension, the expulsion, the, excommunication, the every detail, everything that is going on. And that is why today I've come today to talk to us, basically to let us understand that there is no problems at all. And I'm going to be telling you why there's no problems. In every organization, in every system, we have to understand that there's always, issues coming up, people having different ideas and a different way of handling things. But what speaks is the tenacity or the grace of leadership to deal with matters very critically and at the same time for results to be achieved. And that is basically the purpose. But before I go on with what I'm going to say today, I want to acknowledge you guys. Margaret Ejogwe, good to have you here. I appreciate you. It's a good evening, Mazi Kelechi. Thank you so much. Good evening. I appreciate those, especially most of you who have not started insulting me, because most people, what they have done is that as soon as they heard the issue of calling my name right from about 4 weeks ago and until yesterday, all they did was started insulting me and telling me how Chukwokike is going to destroy me and how this is going to happen to me and how, our people, I understand that our people have been bastardized by the concept of slavery and the pressure of situations around them based on what they have undergone through Nigeria. And sometimes people get very frustrated and quickly react to issues when they come without first of all understanding and to verify and critically issues and understand, what issues are all about. We have this situation, in hand and all of that. I don't know why my network, I don't know if I'm coming out clear. I don't know if you guys are hearing me clearly. But I think you guys are hearing me. That's why you're not told me yet that you are not hearing me. So I know you're hearing me. Margaret Jogwe, I always say Margaret, because of the TE, Margaret Jogwe. Good evening, Mazi Kelechi. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, my sister, for standing and still recognizing, identifying with me in spite of everything. I appreciate you guys who still can still call me their brother, can still tell me, send me messages and encourage me and all of that. I still appreciate you guys. That means that you have a right sense of judgment to understand that when things happen, there's always a reason why things happen, and there's always the things to find out, to understand the truth. And of course, I've told you people here that I stand for truth. I will never go down on truth. Nothing will make me disappoint Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nothing will make me. I was here on the 1st of January, and I told you that I renounced my Nigeria citizenship. Any document that has to do with Nigeria, any certificate, anything that has to do with Nigeria, I have given them up. because I will never present, no matter how, even if the business is going to give me $10 billion, I will never present any. I prefer to say I don't have certificates than to present anything that I have under Nigeria, under the auspices of Nigeria. And that's how far I've become fanatic about Biafra, and that's how far I'm dedicated to the cause of our freedom. And so when I take actions, or when you see me talk about some things or do some things, just know that my interest is very, very, very and very, very, very strong on the issue of Biafra. And the interest of the people is what drives me. And because I have lost so many things because of Biafra, I will not start here to start saying them here. You know, I've lost so many things, and I can tell you it's not bragging, it's not, but it's the truth. I'm going to tell you the truth. And I tell you that whatever I say, may God bears me witness. I'm a minister. I've preached the gospel for 23 years now. This is the 23rd year. I've been, you know, and I've pastored, I've done lots of work. Aside pastoring, I've operated organizations, I've sat on organizations, you know, especially basically, and of course, basically NGOs, and of course, organizations that have to do with ministering and administering service to people. So I have done lots of things, and so I would not jeopardize my reputation at this time because of anything. And I tell you that whatever I do is not because of selfish interest, but because of the collective interest of the people. And that's why I've come to make some pronouncement today. I want to let you guys know first. Let me go to the message. I said I want to go to the messages. Let me go to the messages first before I go. I say what I have to say. Diana Ogunbiade, thank you so much, my Oduduwa sister. Good evening, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and every lovers of freedom, victories. Sure, all the enemies of Biafra, liberation, and freedom will fail, and be disgraced at the end. We all shall glorify God. I say to that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Diana, for that. Good afternoon, Mazi Kelechi. Edith Nedu, good to have you and happy to find you here, identifying yourself also with me. You know, you know, I thank you so much. Please, thank you for your understanding. I respect you too much. Thank you so much, Margaret Jabber. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm humbled by your words. I'm humbled by your words. Thank you. I will never insult you. Never, never, and never. Thank you so much, Margaret. I appreciate you on that. I appreciate you on that. I'm grateful. And I know that I will not disappoint you guys who have at least a level of confidence in me. I will not do that. I will not soil my hands this time. If I want to soil my hands, I have the intelligence to make money from Nigeria. I know how to flow with the Fulanese. When I was typically in the Nigeria system, I have some Fulani, you know, that I know that I could do business with and then make money. If you go to my Facebook platform, you see a picture at the background there. You see some Fulani sitting with me at a Nikon Luxury Hotel there when I was organizing one of my programs, you know. And I know how to make money from Nigeria, but I left all of that for the cause of Biafra. And when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, I told myself, no, I'm not going to be here. An innocent man who is fighting for me will suffer this, and I keep myself somewhere thinking of selfish motives and all of that. Let me leave myself. Let me leave the comfort and what I'm thinking about myself and come all out to talk. And today I'm a refugee because I'm not in the zoo. I'm a refugee and talking for my motherland and my fatherland, because Biafra belongs to both the fathers and the mothers. Diana Ogumbiade says, yes, you're coming out clearly. Okay, right. Thank you so much. Yes, you're coming out clearly. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for that. Good evening. I have my sister here, Blessing Chuku, says, good evening, Biafrans. Thank you so much, Blessing, for appreciating and calling on Biafrans and greeting Biafrans. Now, I want to let you guys know that we have issues. Yes. Are we going to achieve Biafra? Yes. Nothing will stop Biafra from coming. Will we resolve the issues and not let it affect Biafra? Yes. Will what is going on affect Biafra? No, because Biafra is ordained by God to come. No man, no woman, no boy, no girl. Nothing created can stop Biafra from coming to pass. Nothing created can stop Biafra from coming to pass. Today, in fact, today I got a message from, I got a message anyway, that the person who is operating Truth TV actually was castigating my name and lying against me, that the reason why Mazi Simon Ekpa did excommunicate or suspend or whatever it is called me is that I gossiped somebody to him, and because of the gossip, he blocked the person, and after blocking the person, he now, you know, after blocking the person, you know, I now went to the person also to gossip Simon But please let me take this call. Let me take this call first before I continue. Hello, sir. I'm live on the program. I'm live on air now. So I don't know if you want to speak or we talk later. Yes, I'm live now on the program.
Well, is it the same streaming? Yeah, I'll come in.
Okay. I'm live. All right.
Okay.
All right, sir. Yes. So he's talking about me saying that that I gossiped somebody to Mazi Nnamdi, and then Simon Ekpa now blocked the person, and then I now go to the person and gossip Simon to the person, and then later they now found out that it's a gossip, and then that is why he came out to. I just laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed. I was just laughing, and I said, well, if the person says so, at least the person should mention the name of the person I gossiped. Why do people carry out story? And of course, I want to make something clear here, that true journalism, like what I'm doing now, is to have integrity. If you come into journalism without integrity, you are going to be a disaster to humanity. I tell you that. If you are a journalist and you are not coming with the concept of integrity, then you are going to be a very destructive element. That is why we have had chaos in the world. That was why Biafrans were killed in their millions. That is why Biafrans were killed. Thank you, sir. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. That's why Biafrans were killed in their millions. I want to tell you that we have no problem with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We already have extended a hand of fellowship to him. We have told him that we would love to meet with him on the 13th of this month, between 13th and 15th, and we want to discuss so that we can resolve things and so that we can move ahead. And we know that as a leader, we expect him to respond to that call and then talk to us. You're welcome, sir. I was just trying to give Biafrans a background of some things, basically not really discussing critically, but just making them understand that we are on the way to resolving everything. We have extended, sent a message to Simon through email, just as we have always done, to try to make him, understand when we see issues, we send a message to him in the way we can, and then so that we can discuss. But of course, we know that other messages that we have been sending would always come out in public there, which of course is not our intention to have these things out there. But anyways, we still have to approach this issue judiciously, and of course with the concept of integrity and with our heart. And that is why we have sent him a message that we want to resolve things based on the fact that so many things are wrong somewhere, and we need to talk to him as the one who is actually leading Biafra people now to the concept of freedom. And so we are reaching out to him to meet with us and to discuss. So we hope that he will respond to us, and then so we can talk and resolve things. So I want to let Biafrans know that we have no problems. I don't know if you have something to say in that regard too.
As always, I like to give glory and praise to God Almighty, Chukwu Okike Abiama, the creator, the maker of heaven and earth, the owner of everything that human beings are fighting for, everything human beings never created, everything human beings cannot and will never be able to take out of this world.
Sorry, sir, before you continue, please just give me one moment. Somebody, Dread Liberation News, says, please, Truth TV guy did not mention your name. Really? But I heard that, of course, maybe I'm mistaken. I was told that it was Truth TV that actually was given that particular false narrative. But sorry if it's not Truth TV. I apologize on this platform if it's not Truth TV. But I hear that those narratives, that if somebody can tell me that means such kind of narrative is going on. So please, I'm sorry if it's not Truth TV anyways. I apologize. But if it is Truth TV, and then we just have to tell us what really happened. But I'm not saying it's Truth TV anyways. But if it's him, if it's not him, I apologize. Thank you so much. So please go on. I'm sorry for that break.
Very important that when we are glorifying God, we don't interrupt. And because the glory of God must weigh supreme, must be paramount. And any other thing can wait, because the air we breathe comes from God. The air that gifted us the opportunity to be on this hallowed platform comes from God, and God is the source of everything. So we glorify God, we thank God for this day, and I thank God that I'm able to latch on to this, your broadcast. I never knew you were on air, I just read something and then called to speak to you, and then realized that you're on air. And I thank God that I'm opportuned to be here on this platform with you. And I want to welcome my fellow Biafrans. I want to welcome all the people of good conscience in this world who have understood that they are in this world to play a role. They're not here to fill the numbers or fill the gaps.
It seems you have a call. It has obstructed the volume. Your volume is now.
Am I faint? Can you hear
yes,
me?
very, very faint. Very, very faint. We can't hear you.
I think a call was coming.
Yes.
I'm gonna find it. And am I still faint?
It has come up a bit. Maybe you just keep talking and let's see.
Do you let me go out?
Okay, you can go. You can continue now. It's okay now.
Okay.
Idika Achoro, you know, one thing that we Biafrans are known for is the concept of reasoning, the ability to reason. So your post here does not make sense. If you are making, if you, I don't know who you are, but it seems you need to get wisdom, because what you are doing here, you're constituting nuisance. Posting all these things, you don't need group, you don't need that. For God's sake, who told you we are creating groups? When people are making talking, listen carefully and think constructively. Idika Achoro, don't constitute nuisance here. Reason, listen to people first before you make your opinions. You listen to what people are saying and reason like a Biafran. That's why we are Biafrans. We're not Nigerians, unless if you are a Nigerian. So I want you to listen carefully. Thank you so much. All right, sir, please go on.
Yeah, perhaps you will develop a thick skin to ignore Nigerians when they talk, when they write. It's important we understand. In fact, today I have just posted something along the lines of giving details in terms of why Nigeria and Nigerians are the opposite of intellectualism, because people need to understand how bad the Nigeria as a construct have been in terms of human development, the destructive nature of Nigeria in terms of everything to do with being human. And that is why we are Biafrans, and that is why we have come. Destruction that took place for decades are not easily wiped away. So you must allow people to come with their total ignorance and stupidity. You must know that it would take, look, when you understand adult personality, you will understand why we are hell-bent on focusing on the infants, focusing on orientation of our children from kindergarten to primary school, because the adult personality once conditioned, especially conditioned to worship fellow human beings, to worship money, to worship earthly possessions that they never brought into this world and they will never take out of this world. Once people are conditioned in that mode, they will reason worse and act worse than animals. I've gone through this process before with you. So what I would love to add in this on this hallowed platform, in this broadcast, is to say to all the genuine Biafrans, I want to remind them about a few things that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told everybody, the faithful. I want them to first of all understand that in the issue of gaining freedom from Nigeria, that the things that are happening now should not come to them as a surprise. Everybody must brace themselves, because it must be chaotic. It must be chaotic for the glory of God to come through. In fact, it must seem totally impossible from the human perspective, because without it seeming impossible, we would not see the glory of God, and we will deny God his glory. So long as there are 2 or more people committed to Biafra in total honesty, Biafra will come. And Biafra coming will shock even the most religious, the most understanding. Okay, so I want to put that one aside before I let people know what they must remember. Because you see, the wisdom of Nnamdi Kanu is profound. It's profound in the sense that he himself told Biafrans. That's why whether you like him or you hate him, you must respect him. You must, whether you like it or not. You just have to respect Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It doesn't matter what you think of him. He was so full of wisdom that he told the faithful, look, I have declared to you everything I need to say to you. You know where I stand. Oh my God, people are interrupting this. And I don't know why people should be calling me now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay,
am I again?
Still, yes, yeah, you're still loud. You're still loud out
here. I'm still loud. Okay.
Yes.
Thank God for that. You can see God is great. Now, he said, and it's important we remember, that in his quest for freedom of Biafra, he had bared and laid out everything. That those that are faithful know where he stands and know everything that has come out from his mouth. Therefore, they would know when he changes or says things that are against what he believes. That at that point, that we must actually disown him, that it's no longer him talking. Kelechi, do you understand that?
Very well, I do.
That he said, look, even him, that look, if at any point he derails or he begins to say something different, then the faithful should hold him accountable. That is the wisdom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And then he empowered every Biafran and said the following. Because if you follow people, if you say you follow somebody, you must understand what they say. And that's why Christ said that my sheep know me. They know, they know me, they know what I said, they know what I say, they know my voice, they hear my voice and they follow me. So if you say you're following somebody, you must understand that you must always remember what their voice sounds like and what they said. So Nnamdi Kanu said, it doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter what it is. If you know what to say, what to do, that will bring about Biafra, you are free. Go and say and do that. Do you know what that means? Kelechi, do you know what that means?
Very well.
That simply means that there is nothing like I sack you, I suspend you, I do this, I do that. Nothing like that in Biafra struggle. Nothing like that. I've tried to describe what autopilot means. I've tried to describe what IPOB means. I may have to go a bit to describe and define that again so people understand. Autopilot, you heard Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say, we are on autopilot. Autopilot simply means that all the forces, good and bad, will now be on autopilot. The good, the bad, and the ugly will now be on autopilot, heading towards Biafra freedom. So it doesn't matter which camp you belong to. It doesn't matter whether you are doing good or you're doing bad, because it is through good and evil that the glory of God is revealed. If there was no darkness, there would not be any light, daylight. Daylight would never be if there is no darkness. So autopilot simply means that all the forces on this earth, good, bad, ugly, will be at play and will produce Biafra at the end of it. That is what autopilot actually means. IPOB means indigenous people of Biafra. That means as long as you are indigenous to Biafra, you are IPOB. Even as terrible as Peter Obi had been in terms of trying to derail the project Biafra, in spite of how bad, Peter Obi remains an IPOB because he is indigenous to Biafra. People need to look, when you lack wisdom, you make mistakes. In fact, I've made it clear, when the cup is full, it overflows. And when people lose the spirit of Biafra, they begin to make all sorts of mistakes. They begin to fight battles that are actually not there. They begin to bang their head and they think they are in control of everything. They make every sort of, but those mistakes are also important. Those mistakes contribute to autopilot. I've told you, autopilot.
That is why I'm telling Biafrans that we don't have any issues.
No. There should be no issues, because this thing is not about Biafra. Thank you. Sorry, my dear, I'm not cutting you. Biafra is not a private business. Biafra is not an individual business. Biafra is not a family affair. Biafra is a spirit. Biafra is a spirit that links to God. Okay? Biafra, that's why Nnamdi Kanu told you, not in 1 trillion years will anybody be able to stop Biafra. And Biafra is like a relay. You can carry Biafra now and run and run and run and run and run and run and run. When you get tired and when you think you are finished, another person will carry Biafra and run and run and run until Biafra must come. Nnamdi Kanu saw this, and that's why he said, you can't, no matter what you do, you can't stop Biafra from coming. Not in 1 trillion years. As an individual, as a group of individuals, as a community, as a country, as a continent, nothing on earth will stop Biafra from coming. In fact, the more hazardous you become, the more you become a manure that will be used to feed that crop Biafra. And that crop Biafra must come to harvest, must come to fruition. So please do ignore those that are ignorant, those that are what they call, I think in Nigeria, they use this thing called follow. There are people who are follow. You know, those that Christ said are walking on the broad road. They follow the crowd. They have no brain of their own. They have no integrity. They can't assess. They can't even analyze anything, let alone critically analyze anything. They don't. They react to headlines. They don't go for details. So we know all that. So we can't. My father, and I want to state this again. My parents were teachers. And one of the things my father taught us is, and he kept saying it, never jump in the mud with a pig. Never ever jump into the mud with pigs. Because when you do, you will start sharing something in common with the pig. And the onlookers might not differentiate between you and the pig. I hope you understand. So it's important to remain thoughtful, to remain clear in your pursuit, to be clear and understand that the game here is anything that will bring about the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and anything that delivers Biafra. Those are the two main objectives. And anybody who is truthful, anybody who is honest in this pursuit must stay focused on these two premises. My dear brother, I had to come to deliver this, and I'll stay here for a few more minutes before I go on to my next appointment. And I thank you for this opportunity to talk to my fellow Biafrans. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. Biafrans, the main purpose of this broadcast today is actually not to preach, but just to make you understand that every issue that you think is here will be resolved. We have extended, because we want peace, because we want Biafra, because we want things to work very well. We keep making sure that we handle things diplomatically. There's no way there will always be misunderstandings, but definitely they are meant to be resolved. And so that is why we have, after the last meeting we had, very crucial meeting we had to send a message, which Simon Ekpa, of course, was told about the meeting, and he was invited to be in the meeting with us, and of course. But however it is, we held that meeting and we discovered that there are so many issues. So we had to get back to him because he's the one actually leading right now. So we have told him that we would like to meet with him so that we can discuss the final decisions. Sorry, not decisions. They discuss the issues that emanated from that meeting, especially with our men, basically with our men, and some other issues. There are so many basic issues that we need to talk about. And of course, every organization have issues they have to deal with. So we are hopeful that we're going to be having another meeting on the 13th, between 13th and 15th, so that we can also discuss with him and let him see these things so that we can have a ground of resolving these matters. And so, Biafrans, you would be updated as soon as that meeting is held and we come to a truce, or whatever outcome it is. We are going to come and we're going to update you, because you are the reason why we are doing what we're doing. You are the reason why we are fighting. You are the reason why we are working assiduously to make sure that we have the freedom. You are the reason why we are working. So we are going to report back to you to let you know what is going on. But we are very concerned and focused on the ball, and so that we can achieve our freedom.
On that note, I thank you so much, and I've got to depart. Thank you, and keep up the good work. Okay.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yes, we will. Yes. Thank you, sir. We'll speak later. So, dear friends, we are going to be meeting. We have sent him a message, messages, not just a message. We have sent him messages to meet with him. So we hope that we're going to resolve everything and see how we'll do what we have to do. I'm looking at the messages coming in. I think there are many. When Prince was talking, I was just seeing the messages, but I couldn't respond. I would have been able to respond to them one after the other. But let me see how far I can go with the messages, because I have to communicate with you guys. Communication is on the two sides, and all of that. I didn't want to pick calls. I just wanted to give you the message that we are going to be having meetings, and so people should not be worried. We're going to resolve things. That was why I came anyways. But now it seems like issues, things are coming up. Let me see. Let me hear you just for 1 minute, please. Just say you're welcome to the program live and direct. Please just a 1 minute. Just take 1 minute and say what you have to say.
Okay, brother. Let me just quickly make a contribution.
All right,
can you
please.
hear me?
All right, please. All right.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Okay. Because I've spoken with you some time ago regarding the issue of Simon Ekpa. It's a long story. And immediately when he came on the scene, I called to give advice to Sima and Nelly. They were, these things were going on. But again, unfortunately, they did not hit to it now, and the result has played out. Biafrans are some of the smartest people God has ever created. They make mistakes, yes, they are not perfect, okay? But they have that spirit of assignment. They know who is genuinely fighting for them. So, and for now, until something changes, let me lower this thing so that you can hear me properly, if you don't mind, bro. Sorry.
All right. All right.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, yes.
Yes. So what I'm trying to say is that they are very unique set of people.
Yes,
again, he said, I won't be able, because otherwise I will take too much time. So, but these are not people to joke with when it comes to a situation like this. They know who is on your Lord's side and they know who is not. And this Biafra issue is so complex that a lot of people, different people come along, and like this other brother Prince was saying, we can't continue on this run forever. No, God forbid that we continue year in, year out, decade after decade, chasing Biafra. No, Simon Ekpa has given this kind of time frame now, at least we have, this is 2023, let's follow him and see to the end of this year and see what happens. He hasn't done it. So, like I said, I initially advised these guys. I'm well old enough too. I have a lot. I've seen a lot, you know.
Right.
So I try to explain to them. So because they know, and anybody who tries to become a hindrance to Samuel Egba in this time frame, it's going to fall one way or the other because Biafrans, they know. And when someone deviates, they will spot immediately. They will see it. But so far, it hasn't. He's been doing his best. And the whole Nigeria, the zoo, terrorist government, and the rest of them, they try to come after him. But because God has chosen him for time. Sorry. Hello. So, okay, maybe I'm taking too much time. So,
time.
I just want to, hello?
Yes, just 1 moment so that we can, just conclude.
Yeah, let me just round up. I like the way you started because you said you've reached out to try and, you know, so we all have to work with him if we genuinely, because everybody, we cannot have units everywhere or here and there. It's not gonna become problematic. So please, bro, you started well before Prince came in. Try and reach out. Let's work with him and for this year. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. We are going to resolve things, and that's what we're working towards. Our intention is to do the right thing and all of that. Thank you so much, my brother. You are live and direct on the program, so please go on, please.
Mazi Kelechi, thank you so much. Yes. Thank you so much, brother. You know who's speaking, right?
Yes, I know, of course. I know.
Thank you so much. I've been attacking you for a few days now. Maybe you don't know why I'm attacking you. I'm attacking you really. I am not attacking you for hatred, but I want you to change, brother. God knows how much I love you as my own. You started very fantastically well, and that's why people like me, we are always on your program.
My brother, you know what I will tell you. You know what I'll tell you. You know what I'll tell you.
Let me tell you, brother.
Just hold on. You have made a point.
I only want to say something to you.
Just hold on. Just hold on. I want you. Do you know why? Do you know why I picked your call? Do you know why I picked your call? Because I want you to say what you have to say, and then I respond to you. That is why I picked your call. Now let me tell you. You said you want me. I have to change. Now let me tell you something. When you get into a situation,
I've not finished what I'm saying.
Yeah, what I'm going to say now. Hold on. What I'm going to say now. Hold on, my brother. Hold on. Calm down. I know how. Wait, hold on. I know how eager you are. I know how very, very hot you are. So that is why I'm smiling. Now let me tell you. Whenever you see a situation, you hear a situation. Just like they say, there's no smoke without fire. Whenever you see a situation, calm down and observe things.
Definitely.
Then with time, you would come to a right judgment. Don't rush into conclusions. Just calm down. You see the way I'm talking? I said we have extended hand of fellowship and we want to discuss these matters. Now, I didn't come to the media to tell you anything that is going on behind. None of us came to the media to tell you anything that is going on. It was Simon that came out to the media to make announcements. So, but we have come out to tell you that don't worry, we're going to resolve these issues. We're going to have an indoor discussion, and we have extended a hand of fellowship to him between now and 15th. So I expect you to be calm, rather than, you see, sometimes the problems we have is that we are too in a hurry based on the emotions. In a hurry to rush into issues and start talking, and you start branding people whatever you want to brand them. But you have to be very careful when you're dealing with matters, especially when you are dealing with human beings, because we are not God. And when you're dealing with human beings, you must take your time to observe. Then you begin to wade in so that you don't begin to maybe either be right or wrong tomorrow, so that tomorrow it can be that you have a right judgment, and then you can now say what you have to say on the platter of knowledge. But your outburst since yesterday, I've been surprised. But I know how it is. I just want to appreciate you. I just want to appreciate you.
Please?
I just want to appreciate you. Please let me take the next call, please. I've made a point, so there's no need to say any other further thing, because I know what you wanted to say the next, and you are trying to relate to the issues of other people and all of that, and it is not right. So just observe from background and see.
Go back to where you belong, please. Go back to where you belong. Go back to where you belong.
All right, thank you so much for that. He says I should go back to where I belong. I don't know where he knows I belong. I belong to the truth and I stand for the truth. Thank you so much for joining. Please, you're live and direct. Please speak on.
Yeah, Brother, excuse me.
Yes,
I'm
please.
really glad to hear from you this afternoon.
Thank you so much.
Only advice is remember that brothers and sisters are brothers from forest, they will
Yes.
settle everything.
Yes.
Please.
Yes.
I
Thank you.
want these
Thank you.
things to be settled in a peaceful way
Thank you.
so that nobody will go out on the track.
Thank
Please,
you. Thank you.
no matter what.
Yes.
Call Holy Spirit. There's something whenever I'm going offline, I start calling Holy Spirit.
Mm.
Holy Spirit, be my guide. Holy Spirit, do what I can do. It's Holy Spirit, only Holy Spirit. If you remember the Romans, Paul said
Yes.
that we
Yes.
cannot ask anything without the help of the Holy Spirit.
Of course. Of course.
It's only Him
Of course.
that can intercede.
Yes.
For that, go deep, pray deep with Holy Spirit. Everything will be resolved.
Amen.
Okay, my brother.
Amen. Thank you so much. I really
Please.
appreciate you very well. This is the kind of messages we should receive. And thank you so much. You have talked like a mother. Thank you. I appreciate you so much for your message. Thank you so much. Yes. Enjoy. Yes. Thank you so much. Bye. So, my sister, you're live and direct on the program. Please, you're also a mother to us. So please go on.
Yeah. My brother, I don't have anything to say. I'm only just happy that you people have an appointment to talk together, to sit together and talk. Whatever it will take, let this matter be resolved, please. I love you so much. I love you so much. Please, I'm a mother, like you said. I want Biafra. Anything is going to take, please, when you people go together with Mazi, all of you, say it and sort everything out.
Yes.
Let the devil be shamed, please.
Yes.
Let the enemy of Biafra, let them die.
Yes.
Let that be, please, my brother. I hold on to you. I have full respect, 100% respect for you. No matter what, I will never insult you. Let the heaven and earth fall. You are my brother. I stand with you. Please, and I stand for Biafra. Please go and make everything good as you have said. I believe in you. Thank you very much. And stay strong. No matter the bad comments you are hearing, stay strong. Stay put.
Thank you.
Stay put.
Thank you. I will. I will. Yes. I don't know.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for your motherly advice. And I can assure you that we're going to do what we have to do. We just pray that he responds to us. We just pray he responds to us.
I'm
yes.
praying.
Yes.
I'm praying. Please.
Yes.
I'm
we will.
Praying.
We will.
I am praying. I'm praying.
Yes.
Any man that wants to come and put problem, I see how you're doing. I see all your work. I don't know where is that devil. Holy Ghost fire.
Amen.
Whoever is that person that is putting this problem.
Amen.
If you're a mother or a father, whoever you are, Holy Ghost fire.
Amen.
Arrest them.
Amen.
Let that be.
Amen.
Go, speak.
Amen. Amen.
Remember Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Remember Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Remember him. I'm crying, please. Since I have not slept. Please.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man.
Make peace. Don't allow enemy to laugh at us.
Yes,
make peace. Please.
Right.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, man. I want to assure everyone that thank you, man. We appreciate it. Thank you, man. I want to assure everyone that I have never ever had any intention. You people know I love Simon very well. You know how I've been supporting him. I've done lots of work under IPA before. I've done lots of things. Anything he tells me to do, I do. He gives me an assignment, I do. So I love him, so I will never go against him. I've been promoting the concept of the lockdown, the sit at home, everything we do. I strongly, my jingle has him there pronouncing the total lockdown of Biafra land, no election and all of that. So you know that the love is there. So you should understand that I am very desirous that we would have to resolve this thing. We just pray, and we're hoping, we keep praying, and also, of course, expecting him to respond to our call so that we can discuss. Everything that had actually happened initially has been that we observe things and we send messages to him. There's this thing going wrong. Please, can we talk? And then the next thing is that we find ourselves in the media being talked about. But that's not the issue now. Anyways, we are still strongly desirous to see that everything is resolved, and that is why we have made our extended our hands. And please, ma, don't cry. There's no need to cry. Please just stay strong, and I assure you that I would not disappoint. I stand on the truth, and anything that will make me disappoint, may God take my life for me to disappoint and betray Biafra. I will never do that. Anything I talk about, you know that definitely, I'm not saying I'm perfect, but you know that there's something wrong. That is why I talked about it. So I am giving my all to this, and I'm swearing in the name of the Lord that I will not disappoint Biafra. I will not rebel against Biafra. I will never sabotage Biafra struggle. I know the criticalness of the times we're in, but that doesn't mean that when we see things wrong, we will not talk about them. So the reason why we send letters, the reason why we made moves to have meetings is because of the situation of things, and we need to discuss. And what we did was to extend and to discuss internally and find out how we're going to resolve these things, and then reach out to him. And but what happened was that he came out on the media to say the things. These things would have been resolved. None of you would have known anything. None of you would have even been commenting. Those of you who are commenting and attacking me here, you would not have been known anything to attack. You know, you just see us working. If he had operated secretly as we have been operating. But anyways, none of us is beyond mistakes. You know, we understand that there are mistakes. I talked to him. I talked to Simon. Like, I respect him so much that any time I talk to him, I call him sir. My words, you see, every word I say sir to him. Statement I say to him. But I'm far older than him, of course. I would be arrogant. And why would I be calling him sir? But because he's my leader. And then whenever I say a word, a particular word, any statement I make, I tell him sir. That tells you that I respect him. I respect him. So I want him to respond to us. I'm just talking like you know, I'm talking to him now like somebody he is a leader to, as my leader, and also I'm talking to him as a brother too. At the same time, you know, that he should respond to our meeting, the letter we have sent to him or the messages we have sent to him. He should respond to the meeting, and then, you know, let's discuss and resolve these things. That's why I had to come online today. That is basically why I came. I wanted to let you people know that we're going to resolve these things. And I wanted to tell you people that we have sent a message to him that we're going to be having a meeting with him on the 13th. We should choose between 13th and 15th, whatever is convenient for him, whichever is convenient between 13th and 15th, whichever is convenient for him. And then he lets us know so that we can resolve these issues. And so I'm talking to him as his follower and someone who he's a leader too. At the same time, I'm talking to him as a brother, encouraging him, and as an older brother, that he should see that he should listen to the voice of reason. When elders are talking, people who are older, at least we respect elders in Igbo land. We respect elders in Biafra. So at least he should respect those who are sending messages to him. As fathers, we have people who are 70-something in our group, in the group. And I want to respond to somebody who's talking about groups and groups. We don't have groups. Every group that had been here in Biafra has been from the beginning. The think tank has been from the beginning, and it has been instituted from the beginning, which he is also part of the WhatsApp group. He's also part of the group. He comes for the meetings. And I have done lots of writings for the spokesperson's office on behalf of the group for him. So most of the critical write-ups, you know, very critical letters, not the others, very critical letters that involves announcement to the people, you know, and all of that. I've written them myself. I wrote them. So I've done all of that under the auspices of the think tank group, and the think tank group too have designed, you know, done lots of things which he's aware of. So we're not just any group, because I see somebody here saying, all this group must be banned. No, you don't talk like that, because when you hear of groups, no group is raised in IPOB for selfish ends. I don't receive salary. I don't receive allowance. I don't receive inducement. These broadcasts I make them on my own. I spend my resources. I told you guys the other day that if you convert what I do in Naira for broadcasts every month, it runs into 100 and something thousand Naira every month for data and all of that. So I do the things I do not because I'm earning. So I wouldn't come and destroy what I am doing and what we want to achieve. And after investing this long, all this while, every month, every day, doing all of this, and I'll come and use my hands to destroy it. No, I wouldn't do that. So we are very, very interested in saying that this thing is resolved. And that's why I've come to let you guys know. That's what I came to do. I didn't actually think of calls. I didn't actually think of any broadcasting and teaching and all of that. I just came to say, please, based on the fact that the announcement was made yesterday, I just wanted to clear the air that we have extended a hand of fellowship to him so that he will come and we'll discuss and we'll resolve these matters. And then, I'm talking to him as his follower or as his subject, yes, those we are all following him because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said we should listen to him, but Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said we should listen. So, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told him to take over his role on Radio Biafra. And based on the fact, we understand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu also desires that he stays in his stead until he is out. We're expecting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And of course, we are still, as people, we are going to protect the interest of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We'll make sure that everything Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands for is what we are going to represent. So when we see something going wrong out of what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu actually wishes, we are going to call to his attention, and that's what we have been doing. We say, hey, something is going on, so let's talk, and please. And we always want to make it formal, so that it doesn't. That is why the first time we actually wrote a letter. We actually wrote it formally, so that it will be that it is official, like a particular group, a particular department, writing to the president of the country, and something is wrong. Let's resolve this matter. That's the approach, And so let everybody know that we are going to resolve this. We are not here for chaos. I am not somebody who likes issues. I'm not somebody who likes dwelling on matters. If you observe my broadcast all this while, in fact, if you check my broadcast very well, you discover that I seldom talk about issues. I do more of teachings. If you know the way I operate very well, you know that I don't. Sometimes, some issues happen around. I can mention them, but I don't dwell on them. I don't dwell on them. You would observe that I always do on teachings, because I believe that the concept of truth being disseminated and the concept of restoration comes by truth. And of course, truth comes by intuitive intervention. And that intuitive intervention is propelled by the Spirit. And especially on the platter of Biafra, the Spirit propels that intuitive intervention so that we can begin to deal with the issues that concerns us as Biafra. And you can see that I've been trying to teach to see that we have the right mindset as we go into Biafra. We don't want to leave Nigeria and get into a Biafra that is the same as Nigeria or worse than Nigeria. That is our interest. So I want you guys to please be wise. The wisdom I'm saying here is this: don't rush into conclusions whenever you hear a matter, no matter who is involved, whether it's me or whoever. When you hear a matter, calm down, observe, and see what is going on, and then allow events and situations to happen, and then you can now get your real fact of understanding from all of this stuff, and then that will now propel how you are going to now react, especially when it comes to a group or a system like this. So those of you who are quick to reacting and abusing and cursing, I remember the autopilot WhatsApp platform, and all of that. I thank God that we have resolved that matter anyways. But some people were there abusing and insulting and cursing me, and I just laughed, but our intention is that we get to Biafra, and that is my very concern and my interest, and the concern of Pastor Livingstone, the concern of everyone who is part of this thing, the concern of Prince, the concern of Mrs. Adazion, the concern of everyone who is in this thing, the concern of Papa Ejima, the concern of Victor, the concern of Juliet, the concern of the commanders and all of that, the concern of everybody who have been talking, those who have been coming on social media to speak, the concern of Madam Ifi, everyone, their concern is Biafra. So don't castigate people because they said or they raised a concern. Always understand that there are some things you might not understand because you are not within, the circle of those who have some information, who are privileged to have some information. And based on that, your limited knowledge in that instance should make you be cautious about what you say, because what you say cannot be a true judgment and of a true analysis of facts unless you are privy to information. You see, Hosea 4:6 says, my people perish for lack of knowledge, and of course continues the statement there. You have to understand that it is knowledge that should propel your tongue into speaking. When you speak out of knowledge, you sponsor destruction, devastation, confusion, and you propel jeopardy, prejudice, and you become an agent of destruction. Because the only way that's why the Bible says the only truth sets you free, or makes you free, not sets now, makes free, because there's a process in the truth, in the path of freedom. Now, the truth here is that if you don't have information about this, don't just look at the surface and make your judgment. Please, dear friends, I want to educate us on this based on the fact that I'm making this announcement today. Let me use this opportunity to educate us. Don't rush into judgment about matters that you are not privy of the facts and details. You must know that for people to, when somebody tells me something first, the first thing I ask myself, the first question I ask myself is, what is the motive of this person telling me? For instance, if you tell me something about somebody, my first reaction is, what is your motive of telling me what you're telling me? That now brings so many ideas into my mind, and then it will put me on the platform of being very logical in my conclusion. And if that thing has to do with somebody else and it is critical, I'll call the person and ask. And that is why I've told most of us who were sending me messages and all, I say, what you should have done is call those who are insulting me in different groups. I send a message, or for some I ignore. I say, you send me a message, call me, talk to me. If you really want, if you are really concerned and you love me and you think that I should do the right thing, then call me, and let's talk. Let's not allow ourselves to be carried away by emotional disposition. And I tell you that if you are looking for something good and you don't actually, and you don't actually work with the concept of truth, because you just want to behave as if nothing is going wrong, and you just want to just go. Let's just keep going. Let's ignore. No, let's not talk about it. Let's go on. You are going to still meet that thing ahead of you, and this time around it's going to be like postponing doomsday, and all of that. Somebody says, why mention Madam Ifi? That is why I said, before you talk about things, when you hear about people, and allow yourself to the benefit of doubt that maybe you don't have the fullness of information. That is why, you might not be in the right position, to actually make a judgment. Always understand that there's a room. I'm just beginning to look at the messages now. Somebody says, for me, mentioning Papa Ejima means I'm fake. Lord have mercy. Lord help us, oh God, in this Biafra struggle, in this Biafra movement. I don't know how much you know Papa Ejima. I don't know how much you know. Oh my God, please, God help us. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Honestly, Lord have mercy. I didn't mention Papa Ejima because I want to mention Papa Ejima. I mentioned Papa Ejima because I know his intentions. We are working together. We are together. Everybody that is genuine, I know them. That is working, I know them. And that is why I also spoke about Simon and spoke strongly and supported him. So if you are talking about Kelechi Madam Ifi sold a lot of lies against Azuka and Simon Ebere, please, you guys should learn not to comment on facts that you are not privy. This one says, and we should go ahead and form our own group. Lord have mercy, Biafrans. Oh my God, please, you guys. You see, wisdom is profitable to direct. I'm talking to those who are just they reason from one perspective. I don't want to receive calls again. I just want to make my points here and just look at what is going on. Information, stay away from Ifi on Biko. Ebere Emebo says I should stay away. She has information. Please, can you call me later and tell me the information you have about Ifi? Don't blackmail people because you want to blackmail them. Or don't talk about issues that you don't have information about. You don't know anything about Madam Ifi. If you are saying this, you don't know anything about her and her intentions. I've been in this for a while, and I know what is on ground. Thank you so much for calling. And this, I didn't really want to be picking calls, because this program is not just a call, but of course I have to respect you guys, because I know that if you're calling, you have something that you have to say. But please, if it is an issue of castigation and all of that, please just know that you hold your castigation first until after we have had our meeting for next week. And then you can now, okay, the call has dropped. Don't castigate people until you are able to. Mr. Kelechi, I like you. Please don't say too much on the program. All right. Thank you so much, Timmy. Thank you so much. I'm not going to say too much on that. So, anyways, let me advise those people who are just sending some words and some statements, making some statements, please learn to control yourself on issues you don't have information about. Is it Chris say Papa Ejima is a criminal? Did he steal anything from you? Oh, Lord have mercy. Papa Ejima is a criminal. I am in Argentina. Call somebody here and ask, oh, Lord have mercy. Did he steal anything from you? I'm not here to talk about issues anyway. Okay. My mama says I should not answer any call again. Margaret Jogwe. All right, I won't do that again. I won't receive calls. So we're going to be discussing. We have extended a hand of fellowship to Simon, and we expect him to respond to us. So that so please, I want Biafrans to talk to him. Those of you who love him and you love the mandate of freedom, send him messages, tell him to respond to us, and that he should respond to us, give us, be with us between the 13th and 15th. Today is 11. That means in the next 2 days to the next 4 days, we want to have a discussion with him. So we have sent him a message and extended a hand of fellowship because we want peace and we want things to work together. And we want to work together. So you guys also should tell him also to respond to us rather than still come out on social media and keep talking and keep talking and keep talking and keep talking about the issues. Let him meet us in the boardroom. Let's discuss these issues. You know, that is the right thing to do. And of course, prevail on him. Let him operate like a leader and meet us where we are calling him, not on social media. We're not calling him on social media, but he brought us to social media. That is why I'm here talking. I have to come to social media to tell the people that we are calling him back to the boardroom. You know, so we're going to be meeting in the boardroom and all of that. Papa Ejima was castigating Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He was threatening the commander. Oh, Lord have mercy. My God. Uchechi. I don't know where you guys are getting all this information from. Papa Ejima never threatened any commander. Papa Ejima is not a criminal. And for me to say anything, I don't say anything because I want to say them. I say them because I have I don't talk because I want to talk. I'm not that stupid. I'm not stupid. I may not be getting everything right, but when it comes to things that are true, I stand on the truth. So Papa Ejima is not threatening any commander. He's not working against any commander. In fact, commanders have complained to him and he has sent their numbers to Simon to call them and all of that. So he's very interested in what is happening, like every other force who is concerned. You might misunderstand his approach and all of that. He might not approach things the way I approach things. And so, have you listened to the audio? There's no audio I don't have, Waka. Every audio I have, including the ones you have not heard before. There's some audios, if I play here, you that is talking to me now, you run away. Oh, Lord have mercy. So that's why I said, please don't comment on things you don't have facts about. Because there's some audios, if I play here, you run away. So don't talk about audios because I have so many audios and I have them in my stock. As many of us, not only me, some other people who have them. So we know lots of things who are in this thing. That's why when we come out like this, we talk gently because we know, and we smile because we know what is happening. So just log in now. Okay. Say okay, Stella Ozuka. Okay, says okay, Stella Ozuka just logged in now. Okay, good. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Of course, you're my special sister. Thank you so much. It's an insult for Simon to attend your group. Ah, Lord have mercy. Can you imagine what somebody is saying, Wima? Is it one W Moy? She said it's an insult. You can imagine somebody saying that it's an insult for a leader to talk to the people. That is why when Buhari was not saying anything to anybody, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was calling him out, nobody said anything because they are thinking like Nigerians. It's an insult because who made him the spokesperson? Is it not Biafrans that made him a spokesperson? What do you think a spokesperson means? A spokesperson means somebody who speaks the mind of the people. So if you say it's an insult that he joins a meeting, then you don't know what you're saying, and then you need to go and learn. You need to go and learn. If you maybe you think that we are small boys or we have not achieved anything in life, that's why he shouldn't talk to people of low class. That's what you're trying to say. For you to say that a group calls, please sir, we want to have you to discuss with us, and you say it's an insult for him to respond to us. That is how Ali says it appears you have anger towards Simon. Or is it that people don't like hearing? Is it that when somebody is saying something, you don't reason critically? You say you appear towards Simon. For God's sake, what do you mean? Marchi says, then you are lying. I don't know whether you're talking to me or you're talking to somebody else. I don't know what I'm lying. Please, can you point out what I'm lying? You are the people, and Kelechi, you are not. We are the people. So who makes the people? Somebody says part of truth says we are the people, and Kelechi, you are not. Oh my God! So we are the people. Say yeah, I'm not. Moy says Biafrans appoint someone, but not your group. Kelechi, go and do your worst. Oh Lord have mercy. Is it? You say Prince will never say please, sir, to somebody. Prince is an older man. He's an elder. Somebody who is 60 something is an elder. So please respect him. He's an elder. And so you don't expect you don't tell your elder to respect you. You just give the elder the respect and allow him to respect you. Just give him a respect and expect him to respect you. Okay, Barry says I should wait for someone first. Yes, that's what I'm doing. That's why I said I just came out to tell you guys that please calm down, because I've seen many tantrums and many invectives, lots of statements and all of that. That's why I came out to say to Biafrans. Did I come to make an exposition or say anything? I didn't come to do that. I just came to tell you people that please, we are working on this. We have extended the hand of fellowship to him so that we can sort this thing out. That's why I came, not to actually castigate him. I didn't come here I won't do that. God forbid I do that. But we expect him to respond to us so that we can have that meeting. That is what every leader will do. Anybody who is a leader will respond to the cries of the people and the subjects and say, okay, these people are calling me. Okay, let me go and discuss with these people. And then we discuss and we resolve these things. And we make him understand what the perspective we are coming from. Maybe he misunderstood our letters. He misunderstood our approach, but God will help us. God will help us. We're going to resolve this thing. Maybe he misunderstood our approach. So by the time we have a meeting, he can now understand where we're coming from, and then we can resolve everything. So please, Biafrans, tell him to please respond to us. We respect him. We honor him. We love him, and we want him to succeed, and we want to succeed together. We're all Biafrans. Our interest is to get. I am tired of being outside Biafra land. I want to go back home. I want to go back home. I want to go back home. Amoku, I know you have something with your brains. You have called and I've told you some stuff, but it seems you are bent on what you think. I will not mention your name again, but I'm telling you now that you have to go for psychiatric examination so that they can look at you very well and understand. If I have advised you as somebody who is an elder, and then you are coming here to still say nonsense to me, and something's wrong with you, because you should understand this, that before you make statements and take sides on any issue, no matter who is involved, always wait for pure information. Get more facts. That is how wise people behave. And if you're not wise, you will always come and begin to talk when you don't have facts. So Biafrans, wait and understand everything, and then you will understand what to say. Path of Truth says, my love is filled with hypocrisy. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And the whole bra have been masterminded by Prince. He's full of, as it says. This one says, your love is full of hypocrisy. You are the one who love, right? Idiots who call themselves people who love. You love somebody and you cannot tell them their faults. Any love who cannot say their fault, you are not in love. Because you are not the people. And do you know what it means to be a people? A people means a collection of individuals. Let me educate you. Part of Truth. Do you know what constitutes a people? A people is the collection of individuals under a common interest. So when you bring one and one and one and one and here together, if you bring me and you together, we form a people. So if you don't know what it means, go and learn before you make statements. I won't respond to some people because I know that some of them are just here to constitute nuisance. Anyways, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. I'm really, really grateful. And I know that we'll be looking forward to resolving this thing once and for all, and seeing that I forbid someone to attend this useless group and unreasonable meeting. Majesty, YK. These are YT. These are people who are always looking for where to display their ignorance. He says he forbid Simon. Then when just like when we're telling Nigerians that we need freedom, and they say no, then Nigeria now happened to them. You now see them saying, come to our aid, just like what happened the other time at one part of Biafra land where the people drove ESN, and then Nigeria now happened to them. They now started begging ESN to come back. That is how these kinds of people are. This what's his name, YT or something. He said he forbids Simon to. So we're going to resolve matters. Thank God, part of truth. That is what you should be saying, part of truth. Every saboteur will pay a big price. That is what you should be talking. Now you are talking. Don't come and begin to take sides. Just say what you have said right now. Every saboteur will pay a big price. As simple as that. And then we'll know who is a saboteur in the end and who is not a saboteur in the end. That's how it operates. That's how it is. Thank you so much, all. I love you guys. I love you guys, honestly. And my desire, and I still say today, Edith Nedu said, Mazi, Kelechi, please don't read all the messages coming in. All right, I won't. Please, let you wait first. Don't talk first. Okay. Ebere Mebo says I shouldn't talk, so I won't. I'll just keep quiet. Now, I want to say to you guys that we're going to resolve this. Please talk to Simon. Of course, the people sending message to him also. So please reach out to these guys. So that we can resolve these things, and you see that all these things will end. All these things will end. And Celine eBay, please, you guys should try to resolve this whole thing. Yes, we will. So thank you so much, all. I appreciate you guys. Ignore them, Biko. The bird says, all right, I will. Malachi, so why are you so much attached to this group? This is a group that was serving for Biafra, that did the job for Biafra. It is not just a group. It is a group that was instituted to do a job for Biafra. It's a developmental group for developmental program. Design a development program for Biafra. So it is not just a group, you just form a group. No, people are getting it wrong. It is a think tank group, and it was designed to do some assignment for Biafra, which Mazi Nnamdi gave assignment to do for Biafra. So that's what it is. It's getting dark here anyways. So my face is getting darker and everything. I will end this broadcast now. And I wish I could continue to look at messages. I'm delaying this thing because of the messages that are coming in. But anyways, I have to. If Simon answers your meeting all, my path of truth. He says it's path of truth, and he's just towing the path of lies. I'm going to help you come to the path of truth. So by the time after 15th, we are going to come to you again, and we're going to give you feedback. I'm going to be here to give you feedback, because I believe that by then we would have had the meeting, and then I'll come and give you feedback. And I pray that the coming back will be that we have resolved this matter. And please, and that is why I'm calling on you people also to talk to him, to come to discuss with us. A humble leader will go far. Anybody who is a leader should understand the concept of humility. I'm a leader in different capacities, so I know what I'm saying. I know how pride can bring someone down. When I was young in leadership, I was displaying some pride. You don't want to talk to some people because you think, why would they be to want to discuss with you? And before you know it, some stuff. Anyways, that's not the issue anyways, but let's have this meeting. By the time we have this meeting, we are going to have a good news for you. But we pray, please talk to him and let him respond to us so that we can have this meeting and discuss, because we cannot discuss to ourselves. We have to have him present so that we can discuss. That is why we sent him a letter and said, please, let's discuss with you. We respected him. In the letter, we gave him his respect and we recognize his position. So we have told him to join us so that we can discuss. And then after that, after the 15th or so, I'll be here also to give you information, because what we are doing is for Biafra. We are working for Biafra. And that's why I have to come back to respond to us, to be part of, to understand what is going on. Then you can now have a perspective to all the issues. We must set things aright and we must get to the promise. I appreciate you guys all. Thank you so much for your love, those who are sending their messages of encouragement, those who have called me, to encourage me, and those who called to lay their grievances and try to find out, to find out the facts, and try to blame me. And I explained it. They now understood what happened, and then they now have the perspective to this, and of course, all of that. So that is it. So I want to appreciate you all, those who called me. Those who have not called me, if you want to call me, you can still call me later on, and we talk. And then if you want to find out more facts, I can give you more facts, and all of that. And but if you're calling me to go and use to gossip, to call me to get facts to gossip with, well, now you sabi, because I will never lie to you. I will only tell you the truth. and wherever you take it is the truth. And I want to tell those people who are taking the rumors around that I went to Simon Ekpa to gossip somebody, and Simon Ekpa now blocked the person. And then I now went to the person to gossip Simon Ekpa. And then the two of them now discovered that I was gossiping them. I was lying. They now decide to suspend and expel or whatever it is called. And that is why, please stop that rumor. Stop creating unnecessary rumors and tension so that you don't become a cursed person. Because when you're fighting people who are on the path of truth, you are going to be cursed. And there's no two ways about it. So please don't spread that kind of rumor. We don't need that kind of rumor. Don't carry that kind of rumor about me. I've never gossiped with Simon. I've never discussed individuals with him. The only discussions I've had with him, both by text and by voice, is on Biafra issue, an assignment given to me. And I respond to him and I tell him, this is the assignment I've delivered. This is the assignment. I'm going to reach out to you later. Let me consult. That's all. So that is what I have done. So I have not discussed individuals with him. And there are so many things to talk about, but not today. So let's keep our fingers crossed and let that meeting hold. And then I will have a better news to give to us. Thank you so much, all. I appreciate you guys. And I love you all. Please stay safe, stay sound, and God bless you very good. Spread this message to the people. Help communicate Simon. Reach out to him, send him text messages, send him voice messages, and reach out to him, tell him to respond to the message and all of that. Thank you so much, all. I appreciate you. God bless you very good. See you. Enjoy the rest of the weekend.